When someone is listing a house, Chris, how do you help them determine the right price to sell their house at?
Hey, great question, Brian. So number one step is everyone always comes to us saying, hey, how much is our house worth? And that's where we're actually able to go to the property, take a professional evaluation, and really determine a more accurate price versus what you'll see on Redfin and Zillow with their estimates.
Okay, and so what do you look at when you're pricing it out a home?
Great question. Yeah, so it's going to come down to a lot of factors. Really, the ultimate ones are going to be the recent sales in the area. So any home that looks similar to yours, similar floor plan, square footage also, and year built. So that's what we take into account. And then we make sure we're identifying everything within a certain radius of your home. So a home that's sold across town is not going to be the same as it in your neighborhood.
Yeah, and then there's some things like unique features where one home may have a finished backyard or a pool where the other one doesn't. That's going to impact sales price too, right?
Of course, yeah. So a lot of times if they have additions added onto the home, any major upgrades, those are really going to reflect a lot into the sales price to help us determine it. And Zillow estimates aren't going to take any of that into account. So speaking to a professional is really going to be the number one step.
And what I thought was interesting is you said, look at what homes recently sold in the area. So you have to take in market conditions, but also a lot of times I think you probably hear this, someone says, oh, well, my neighbor down the street listed it for $1.5 million. Is that something you would take into consideration? Is that the main criteria you use to list a home, is based on what's for sale or what's closed?
More closed is definitely going to have more weight, but we also take into account what's on the market currently, because that's going to be your competition when we take it to market. So we want to make sure we're pricing it accurately to make your home stand out a little bit more than theirs.